Grand Rising Divination Nation. Listen, if you watch my last live, I realized that it did not have any sound. It had any sound whatsoever. And that really was, sad to me because that was a good reading about a karmic boy cousin. But like I be telling y'all all the time, I am new on my content creator journey. So I'm still learning like how to navigate through this. I really am. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for being here. I do have a message that I want to give you all, okay? And this was the download that I got. The download is there is a time for peace and there is a time for war. That's truth enough. And right now is a time for war. Period. Hold on one second, guys. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Like I was saying, there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. Why I can't hear it? Oh, this is connected to a Bluetooth. Hold on, let me see which Bluetooth this is on. Okay. Let's see. Bear with me, you guys. I really want to make sure you can hear me before I get started. Make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I got some action. Like I was saying, okay. There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. Okay, all right. All right. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so the download is there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. All right. So also what I want to say is that this message right here, this is a message that is from our ancestors that we have met this lifetime. Okay. These are not from ancestors. Let me turn this down a little bit more. I really just want to make sure that you all can hear me. There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. And ancestors of this lifetime, people that you have known that have already passed on from this lifetime, they have something they want to talk about, current energy. Today is Wednesday, okay? Today is Wednesday, January. Today's the 21st, isn't it? Is today the 21st? I believe today is Wednesday the 21st. If not, it's the 20th. But they have a message, something that they want to let us know. This is from my ancestor that you met this lifetime. There is a time for peace and there is a time for war. Look, don't be afraid. There is a time for peace and there is a time for war. And right now is a time for war. You cannot back down from what you are going through at this time. Do not be afraid. That's the message. Don't be afraid. 23. And this 23 right here is reminding me of Psalms 23. So if you prescribe to reading the Bible, you may want to read Psalms 23. For others of you, the number 23 may have a significant meaning. Take it as it resonates. But this message from your ancestors from this lifetime are telling you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand on the decisions that you already made that you know are best for your life. And it's going to be hard because you're going to have to tell some people that you've been taking care of and doing stuff for a long time, no. And you tell them no. And you stand on that because it's what's best for who? It's what's best for you. That's what your ancestors are telling you. You got some strong ancestors that are backing you, but you got to trust and believe that that's who is helping you. And you know why it's okay for them to help you? Because your passed on ancestors, they get their instructions from the Most High God when you're dealing with your ancestors of the light. So you trust them. They're not going to mislead you. So let's see what it is that the ancestors are saying. Do not be afraid. And like I said, the download is there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit aggressive on this reading because it's a time for war. Don't back down. Your emotional stability is at stake here. You're going to let somebody else pick and choose your emotional stability for you? All right, so we got the Three of Baskets, right? So that's people working together, okay? On the spiritual side to keep you where you at. That's why you can't back down. That's why when they come back into your life, you got to tell them, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. My ancestors got me. I know you out there working against me, trying to do something, plotting to see me, end up in the devil energy. That's really what they want. Because for a lot of us divine ones that are on our journeys, we have a choice, right? And what I'm saying is you have a choice with your spiritual gifts, whether you're going to let them be for dark or light. That's why I can respect everybody in the spirituality community, because I know they made a choice to be dark or light. But if you were chosen to be on the light side, they want to push you to the dark. What does that mean? Like, say you have a gift to do candle magic, right? They would rather see you do your candle magic for devastation, destruction, death, calamity, instead of doing it for healing. Because that's a real saying when they be like, well, why y'all out here doing magic? Why don't you do some magic to shut some real shit down? Anyway, what else is it that we don't need to be afraid of, ancestors, at this time? You don't have to be afraid of the devil energy, any negative energy, because it can't do nothing to you. This Nine of Swords, this knives they're trying to send to you, they can't do shit with you. They can't. Because when they send this, when they send this boogeyman energy at you, guess what happened? Your ancestors that are telling you don't be afraid, they intercept this. And they send it right back to their ass, whoever it is that sent it out to you. Grandchildren, I told you, this is a message from your ancestors from this current lifetime. This current lifetime. This not a message from some people that you don't know. This a message probably from your grandmother that you actually knew. Don't be afraid. The one that spent time with you, the one that cultivated you, your grandfather that did things, your elder aunts, uncles, older cousins, like your grandparent cousins, you know what I'm saying? The people that really took you in, that's who's telling you, you don't have to be afraid. You don't. All right, so let's go into the traditional tarot and see. Tell me more about this collaboration that we don't need to be afraid about. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I hope your day, I hope your day goes great, man. Man, I hope your day goes great. Whatever it is that looks successful for you today, I hope you reach those goals. I hope you reach them easily without any type of hiccups to come in the way. I hope that you leave your dwelling space confidently. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about not backing down is it take a lot of confidence. You hear me? To stand alone. It take a lot of confidence to stand alone. I'm going to say it one more time. It takes a lot of confidence to stand alone. Show me this Three of Baskets. Need not be afraid of it. And you know what I just got? Psalms 23. It's a portion of Psalms 23 about walking through the valley of the shadow of death, not being afraid, that type of thing. So that resonates. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to push the Bible on you. I'm just saying it resonates. Show me Three of Baskets, collaboration, not to be afraid. Okay, my card's in the upright. This came out in the reverse. Something about a Ten of Pentacles. And I ain't even trying to be one of those type of readers about, oh, the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to do, they're going to get that. Listen, whatever it is that they were collaborating to cause fear over you, I'm going to put it like that. Whatever it is they was holding over you to cause fear of you, this Ten of Pentacles, that's in the reverse. So that collaboration, that's up. So you don't have to be afraid about people being able to intercept your stability, to cause you lack, frustration, and harm in your family setting, whatever that look like for you. Because your family setting could just be like you, one child, you, a pet. It could be you, a spouse. You know what I'm saying? Your family setting, it could be different for everybody. So don't let nobody intercede with what you have going on, because they're not going to be successful. And we also got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse to the devil energy. So if it's going back to them in the Nine of Swords and they're getting the 10 of Pentacles to the devil, that's obsessive lack. Show me the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Show me the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Do not be afraid. See, people really think it's a game about this return to sender, man. They really think it's a game when they be saying that our ancestors are not resting because they are mistreating the ones that are here to help. It's not. They want to make everything right. And if God has given them the power, this is the Chariot. If God has given them the power and the permission to go ahead and work through the earth, through the divine ones that are in full alignment to make it right, it's a go. That's going to be stopped. That can also be looked at as justice energy in the 3D against this demonic energy out here. So that would lead me to say, okay, especially with the Pentacles being out here, that there are things going on in the heavenly realms, the 5D and the 3D. It's real life getting balanced out. What else, Spirit of God? It's like real life getting balanced out. Show me more about what's going on down here in the 3D with this Chariot motion, this on-go mode. Because see, for some of us, for the 10 of Pentacles to come back to us, it do have to be returned and reversed, like in a return to sender motion. So they have to lose it. And that happens over a period of time. Look, the Tower and the Lovers. That happens over a period of time. When I look at the Wheel of Fortune card, I got the insight that the Wheel of Fortune, it's a wheel, right? But the thing about the wheel is it's already turning. So like that karma is, it already started before like something really, really big happened. People already been getting little karma, like losing their kids. Lord have mercy. I hope they found them. I wanted to say losing their keys, okay? Losing out on investments, not getting refunds, buying expired food. It'd be like little stuff like that. That's karma. Anything that upsets a person's comfortability, those that have been doing wrong, that's signs that they're under karmic justice. But people don't look at it like that. They don't look at those sudden changes as actually being karma. They just think that they just little coincidences. I'm just gonna have to pull it. That's what's on go. These sudden changes, because the ancestors got permission from God. So you may feel yourself becoming more and more bold, okay? You may feel yourself becoming more and more bold in your spirituality, the things that you believe in. Yeah, that makes sense. That's bringing it full circle to standing on what you believe in, not backing down. It's a time for war, not peace. And right now is the time for war. That's why you have to stand 10 toes down, because when your ancestors come through with this tower, right, and put these people in the 9 of Swords energy, you can't go back and save them. You got to stand 10 toes down. You can't get scared when they come back in, because they know, okay, so say a person has gotten awakened and they see that the wheel is turning, right, in karma in their life, right? Now they want to come back and start apologizing to you and stuff. They want to apologize because they feel like, well, maybe if I make this right with the collective, then everything will slow down. These things, they won't be happening. That's why you can't get involved. That's still getting involved when you soothe their pain, when you lick their wounds. I got the Ace of Cups. What came out with the Ace of Cups? Transition, change. That's exactly what I was just saying. When God comes in with this tower, right, and he starts getting everything in alignment, you can't go back in and offer dead situations and dead people and things that are left behind. You can't bring them back to life. You can't give them that healing love and energy that you offer. And see, that's really what being a healer is. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because I do watch a lot of I watch a lot of tarot because I just do. It's what I do. I don't watch TV. So anyway, with that being said, I want to talk about those that say they are healers, right? And I'm watching their channels and like it's like they borderline turning into preachers. They not even really giving the tarot message. It's like they really want to prove their point that they a healer, right? And what I see when I look at that, because I really do see beyond the veil, what I see is that that's not what healing is. Healing is when you got the Ace of Cups and you keeping it for yourself by refusing to go back and revive dead situations. That's healing, point blank, period. It's not like a manner of talking or anything like that. And that's just the way I see things. That's what healing really is. When you stand up for yourself. Because what I said earlier, if you just got here, is that it takes a lot of confidence to stand alone. And even to get to the point where you have confidence, you have had to heal, which is something you have to do on your own and go within. That's like the only advice I could give you. And then, like, if you wanted me to tell you some of my own personal experiences, I could do that. But healing really looks like not giving to dead situations. Like not scratching the scab off after it start healing. Same. That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's that simplistic. It ain't gotta be like, Is anything else we need to let the collective know about? Do not be afraid. Okay. All right. We're gonna see some of the karmic energies that you're being protected from at this time. I have my karmic deck right here. Check out some of these karmic energies. These are people, some people names in my life that were definitely people that have attacked me, did word magic against me. You know, they real ignorant about that word magic stuff. They love to talk bad about people. They love to say people got drug addictions, right? So say a person got a drug addiction and you spreading the rumor, but you ain't doing nothing to help them. You ain't go out there and get them, try to take them to rehab. I say you got to take them to their house. And I wasn't on drugs, but I'm just saying, like, where's the logic at? So it's just people like that. So let's see who some of the karmics are. If a name comes out, I'll tell you the relation of that person to me so you can relate it to you. But these are people in this lifetime, okay? These are people that are coming out in this lifetime, that the people that passed on in this lifetime that are telling you you don't have to be afraid of them. You ain't got to be afraid of these people. Like that cousin that used to always jump on you when you was 8, 9 years old because they was real live bigger than you in body mass weight, that type shit. You ain't got to be afraid of them. I'm just saying. Because they really will carry that over into their 40s and 50s and be like, yeah, I used to whip your ass when you was 10. Okay. And I'm not 10 anymore. Try it now. These people, they have to come to an end. Don't be going back, forgetting these people going around them, because guess what they got for you? They got nothing for you but more of the same. So let's see. All right. Show me these people in the collective current life. They don't need to be afraid of. Okay. A male boss. Let's talk about it. He don't run shit. If he your boss, that means you got a gift, a quality, a gift, a gift, a quality, or a talent that he ain't got, something he can't do. He want you to teach him how to do. Don't be afraid of him. Or yeah, don't be afraid of him. I also got a male lover. Why? Why are you afraid of a male lover? You put yourself in a position where you need somebody assistance or help or something like that. Don't do that to yourself. And if it's an abusive type of situation, I could talk about being in an abusive relationship. I was in an abusive marriage. You need to get away from that. Point blank, period. You need to get away. You have to. Because when you're dealing with people that will physically harm you, once they physically harm you the first time, it's no limits to what they'll do. Who else? Who else to collective? A male neighbor It's a lot of masculine energy out here throwing a weak ass weight around. Now, if you're not karmic, then I ain't talking about you. See, I'm balanced in my masculine and feminine. That's why I can stand up to a male and tell him, you weak. You weak. I know men that don't act, behave, think, and talk and speak like you do. Why are you doing that? Who else they don't need to be afraid of? And you could be a masculine dealing with a masculine energy like this because you know you had that alpha male type of energy thing going on. So you could be a male dealing with a male trying to intimidate you, trying to be over you because they 2-3 years older than you, be over you because they saw you out doing some things that maybe you weren't supposed to do. And I really don't want to talk about it, but you really could be a masculine with a masculine lover, and he want to hold that over your head, and that's your own personal business. That shows you the character of that person. It's not about the sexuality; it's about their character. It's about that person's character. You gonna hold anything over my head, or you deserve not to be fucked with. That's the character. What else? What else we need not to be afraid of? My older brother. What's today? Hump day? I don't know. Your brother can't do nothing. He can't do shit about nothing. But sit there and be an older brother. I got an older brother, bump on a log. Bump on a log. Y'all, look at this. Nephew. Ain't nothing but masculine energy coming out. Okay, let me be real with y'all. I've been whoop the bamming with my baby daddy. He think it's a game because he knows I'm a spiritualist. I'm on YouTube. I got platform, right? And he keep trying playing with me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go in the spirit and whoop the bang. So I ain't really surprised that it's a bunch of weak masculine energy coming out here. These gonna be the masculines that haven't balanced out their feminine side. You know what I'm saying? You ever sat up and argue with a man? I'm talking about like that, back to back. And you know what else I can't stand with these type of masculines right here? They a victim. You know what I'm saying? These the type of masculines that'll be like, well, I sent the memo out to her, but you know, she's always been disruptive and she comes to work 4 or 5 minutes late all the time. You know what I'm saying? Petty shit. But this is the one who really wants you to teach him how to do your presentations and formats the way that you do it, because everybody wants you to come to the everybody wants you to come to the meeting, do the presentation. You know what I'm saying? But instead of elevating you, he want to hate on you and tell the higher ups that you're not ready. You're not fully prepared. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy. This older brother right here, this the type of one that'll go around and be like, well, you know, you can't really depend on my little sister like that because she been spoiled. Ain't nobody really ever made her have no responsibility on nothing. So yeah, maybe y'all should just let me take over this for her. Let me do that for her. I'll look out for her. Whatever. Okay. I digress. Like I said, the overall energy is, I'm going to have to put it in the title. It's a time for war and it's a time for peace. And it seems like today on this Wednesday, yeah, definitely got to have your war on. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you prescribe to the Bible, I'm about to bust out with my Bible tarot. You want to use the full armor of God today. Protect your crown chakra and your heart chakra today, please, because it's going to be heavy mental attacks coming in. It's going to be heavy mental attacks coming in today. You might be sitting there at lunch later today, and all of a sudden, you're going to start getting feelings of doubt, anxiety, and worry. Listen, let me also tell you this, and I'm going to finish this day. I want to say about protecting your energy throughout the day. It's a wife energy fell out. What's this? A baby mama. This is my ex-husband. He's a Scorpio. So you could have an ex-husband or a Scorpio in your energy. You know what I'm saying? And then wife. And he did get remarried. And I know that his wife don't like me, and she did turn into his third baby mama. So it is what it is. But this is what I wanted to say about protecting your energy throughout the day. It is possible to do that. So here's little small ways that it look like when people trying to energy siphon from you. Like, say you like, okay, today I'm gonna get up, right? And I'm not gonna talk to my ex today, whether we got kids or not. Say it's like a day that you're not supposed to be with your kids, but you got an ex that want to talk to you every day anyway. And you setting your boundaries to keep your energy. Don't be afraid to keep that. Don't be afraid to keep that boundary. This what it look like. This fool will get up and they'll start calling you and texting you about the kids, right? And they might have everything they already need, but it's just that comfort zone where they want to lean on you and pull on your energy, right? So don't answer the texts. Don't answer the phone. Put your phone on do not disturb if you don't have that capability, and flat out block that person or those people for the day. Because if you do start swapping energy with them, what you're going to start feeling is your energy is going to change. Your energy is going to go down. And for me, like, I know how long it takes me to reset. When I get into it over the phone with my baby daddy, who is a whole pussy, okay, whatever, it take me like 2 hours to reset and to transmute the energy. And what do that look like? If I'm at home, I might have to sweep and mop, do a spiritual mop. I might have to take a spiritual bath. You know what I'm saying? I might have to watch a tarot video, drink some tea. You know, I might flat out like just take all my bed covers off and just put like a whole new bed set on my bed. I have to do something to transmute that energy. And in that time frame, I mute my phone. I turn my phone off. You know what I'm saying? I have several phones. So I can literally turn the phone off and use other phones. And I transmit that energy. But I wouldn't have to go through that if I had to listen to my ancestors who got the message from God to not to talk to my baby daddy on a Wednesday. That's how you keep from letting people siphoning your energy. And that's why I also said it takes a lot of confidence to stand alone, because they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you like a dog, right? They're going to talk about you like a dog when you don't talk to your child for one day. Oh my God, did you know, I called her all day Wednesday to let her know little Ron ass was over here hiccuping and she didn't even pick the phone up. They're going to talk about you anyway. Because if you do pick the phone up to talk about little Ron ass, it's going to turn into an argument. They're going to be like, every time I call her to talk about little Ron ass, she want to start an argument. So, I mean, it is what it is. Is it anything else, Most High God, that I need to let the collective know from the ancestors on this day? Okay, that was the true word of the Most High God.